My name is Elsie, and I'm interviewing my father, David Hill, about Factfulness by Rosling, which is a book we've been reading for class. So I have 3 questions I'm going to ask you. So here's the first one. How does dividing the world into 2 separate sides, us versus them, change the way you view news about other places?
I think it applies a filter on how you view the them, and you sometimes will ignore a negative comment or a negative fact about the us. Gives you a lens through which you see rather than clear vision.
My second question, have you ever assumed how a person's life was based on a single fact? Were you right or wrong?
I was 50% correct, and yes, I did. I had a coworker who had a ridiculous haircut. Shaved sides, hair splayed out over the shaved portion. And I thought, that's an absurd haircut for an absurd person that I would not get along with. But I did. He was a very enjoyable person. But also he had some goofy characteristics.
Why do people let one piece of bad news blind them from seeing the real facts that the world is actually improving, you know?
Sometimes it's memories, sometimes it's hard to tell. It's nostalgia will make you remember and forget the bad stuff that was going on and remember only the good things. It's kind of like in the Bible, you read Paul's letters to the Corinthians and then his letter in Galatians where he discusses the acts of the flesh. Humankind has always been has always had a streak of sin and has always had a fallen nature. Recently, you only have different avenues for the fallen nature to make its way through social media or the internet or more interconnectedness that we have now through travel, better travel, easier to get stuff like that. Yes.
Thank you for answering my questions.
You're welcome.
And thank you.
Shall we continue to torture this sweet kitten?
Of course.
This gargantuan Catuan. Gargantuan.
Thank you for answering my questions, and yeah.
All right. Watch him run.
Yeah.
He gone.
He's gonna go get that food.